idea he thought up, horrible fellow. Or probably, as we know, all politicians in very high places have their advisors. Might have been the prize idea of one of their advisors. But there we go. He wanted his people to have more room to live in, so he said. Like taking over Greenland in Canada.
You know, I don't suppose it means anything to you. It doesn't really, well, it does mean it to us because we were near the time of Hitler. But is that on? But you literally were sitting in your house and they'd arrive, loads of them, or just cars of them, and come in and take you. And that was the last you saw of your house, and you had to put them in a camp and you never came out.
That was Nazi ice.
6 million Jews died, plus gypsies, and must have been.
Gypsies, scoutmasters who refused to change their children into Nazis, Freemasons, anybody that they could get hold of, Jehovah's Witnesses, they all went.
And it was a terrible time, it was dreadful. And our parents, granddads and my parents, lived through that war. But they were in England, so it didn't, well, the bombs affected them, but they didn't get the...
My dad was in the convoys.
Of course he was, yeah.
My
dad was in St Paul's. Have you heard of St Paul's, or did you pass St Paul's Cathedral?
The big cathedral.
You've seen it,
yeah.
have you? Well, he was up in the tower and putting out fires, my dad.
Yeah, well, the Germans used St Paul's Cathedral as a guide for their bombers as well.
Yeah, good enough.
Okay, class, so now that we have done our assignment, I want everyone to go and look at today's question for the day before we go to the cafeteria for lunch.
You want that?
No, you can put it in your bookshelf, Nannie.
Bookshelf.
So you close your book, you sign it, you say, Nannie work, and we're going to title this.
And now is a short intermission while various bits of technology are put into place. And one piece of typewriting is put to bed.
What's it, 19th today?
Yeah, and we're going to put it in your cubby hole.
Oh, it's in the cubby hole.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, let's go down to the cafeteria. We have a presentation that is awaiting us in there.
Cafeteria?
No, this is a classroom. I'm going to wait for you, Nannie. No, you're not. You're in the classroom.
Oh, God.
Well, we look at the weather outside today. It's nice and sunny.
Do you want help?
Yes,
you do.
it's getting on in the month, and the snow's beginning to melt, thank God. But unfortunately, as always happens, there's that horrible ice outside. Whereas in England and in France, both in Europe, they're being swamped with rainfall, and in France they've got raging floods charging through villages and towns. And not nice at all. They've had over a month of rain, whereas Britain's getting used to it. They've had about 3 months of rain.
Okay, Nannie, sit down at the cafeteria.
We're sitting in the cafeteria.
We have to sit down at a seat, Nannie.
Are we getting any food in the cafeteria?
We're having a presentation.
Are we being presented with food?
No.
No orange juice?
No.
No hot chocolate?
No.
Why are we here?
Because you're having a presentation done.
Oh.
So sit down, Nannie. It's going to be a video that plays in a second.
Oh, we're going to have a song. Are we going to have a song?
No. So we're going to be talking about books today, building better futures and better writers. Nannie, sit down. Sit down, Nannie.
She looks as though she's lying across that chair.
5,
4,
4, 3, 2, You did this last time. 1, 0. Okay, so now you get a strike, Nannie, so you know the drill. That's 5 minutes and you lost at recess.
Why are we waiting? No, why?
The thing
Why
is,
are we
not do it for
waiting?
somebody, is it?
That's what next class is. Okay, Nannie, listen to the presentation.
Am I eating it?
Are here with the fantastic Rob Howitt, multi-book author, musician. Talk about all of the talents. Very happy to have you with us, Rob. And you were just telling me that not only do you publish books, both children's books, adults' books, all the books, you illustrate them, and you spent the past weekend being an interpreter and acting as a 19th century publisher.
Not
Yep.
Melissa.
Well, lackey of the publisher.
Lackey of the publisher. Okay, excellent, excellent. So you're doing all of this in Canada, right?
Yes, yeah.
And
Good
is
old
that,
week in Canada.
and are you is that at a park or a facility? Like, where are the events that you do that?
Oh, they take place in my place of calm and peace and tranquility, which is called Lang, which is close to your heart, I know, which is called Lang Pioneer Village. And it's on the internet. You can see it there. Lang
Cool.
Pioneer Village.
I love it. And how many people were there?
I should think it was corn roast. I happen to know because I was in my own in the office, in the print office, the whole day, and people come through in droves. So I'm supposed to be able to eat and have a break and a drink, but you never get a chance.
Oh,
Because
that's fun.
They just want you to tell them and talk and laugh.
Well, and hear your fantastic accent. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I picked that up by accident. I blame it on my mother and father.
Yeah, where you grew up, all the things.
Yeah.
Well, you know a lot about history, which reminds me of the book you just published, To Take a Pivot. So I feel like you just showed me this whole litany of books that you've published on Blurb. I know that your new book is published on Amazon. So can you run me back through all of these amazing books?
What would you like me to do? Show you covers and what?
Yes,
You want
please.
to know a bit about the insides?
I do, yes. I want to
Okay.
see the illustration you showed me, for one, with the mice.
Okie doke. Well, let's start with that one. This is the one which I'm trying to finish if ever I can get everything done with my set of 4 books that hopefully will be of some use to people. So, this is from this one, which is, whoops, get it the right side of the screen, which is my grandchildren, and there they're sitting out near a lake watching the moon. And they stayed there a long time, so I imagine they
Sammy,
stayed.
Kimmy, and the Moon, for those of you
That's it.
listening. And it's very well illustrated by Mr. Howitt himself, showing the cutie pie kiddos sitting out in a park and looking at the moon. And Sammy and Kimmy are his grandkids.
Yep. And
Hey, now you're being all philosophical. Dig in, sir. Let's talk about our potentials.
well, shall I do it?
Yeah.
How long ago was it?
Ew. Bricks That Build Us, Book 1, people. The man writes series of books. So this book is new. It's out on Amazon, Bricks That Build Us. The link, of course, will be in the show notes. And lest anyone determine, it says, understanding how modern communities develop by looking at its people, philosophies, and reasoning, by Rob Howitt. Now, let me ask you, sir, would you say this is a hopeful book?
I see that our future could be very, very, very different. And it's one in which we have to learn to respect other people properly. Not just in words, not just in woke and silly things like human rights, etc., which in there I point out only works in places where people don't really need them.
So
Pretty good,
silly
huh?
things like human rights. You obviously very much enjoy poking the bear, upsetting people. You enjoy a turn of phrase that will raise some hackles. So tell me some more about that. Why do you like to do that?
the point about human rights, I